What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Don't Starve Shipwrecked. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while, and we're actually going to go get some treasure today. I'd like to work on, we don't have the Prestihatitator anymore. I think it's called the Piratahatitator or something like that now, where we need a pirate hat to get it done. The pirate hat I don't think is that difficult to make. I think it takes like seaweed and like a parrot or something like that, which means we're going to need bird traps. That's going to be the up and down of the situation, is that we don't have any web right now. However, we do have an island that is populated by spiders, and so we may want to swing out that way and go to war with the spiders for a little bit and just see how much of the webbing we can get out. I think if we can get ourselves like a good 15-20 stack of webbing, that'll give us a nice place to start when it comes to getting all of our bug nets and other stuff done. Oh, good. We got poison vents over here. That's actually a good thing. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Those right there, yeah, I was going to say there's mobs around here that really like to fight with you. These little guys over here will drop certain items. Wow, they did a lot of damage. Holy shit. Okay, so our health is actually not so great right now. I'll probably try to lay low for a minute. I better lay low when a fishy monster's trying to hit me with his sticky ass tongue. I better lay low. I had to try and remember the song. It's been too long since that song's been on the radio. Good old songs from the olden days with Nate Dogg. Nate Diggity Dogg on the hook. Alright, well, I need another shovel. Gotta dig up this treasure without these little bastards causing me further bodily harm. Nothing too fantastic in there. We got a top hat, which is actually pretty good. We got a luxury machete, which will be nice if we ever get around to dealing with some stuff. We got ourselves a spyglass, which can be good if you're trying to isolate new islands to hang out on and stuff like that. And so the way that I would roughly... Let's go ahead. No, don't dig it up. Damn it. Alright, she dug it up. Never mind. I mean, it's not that bad. Digging it up is fine. I can work with that. However, we don't have a lot of manure right now. We also don't have a lot of health. And given that we're about to go back out and fight with some spiders, we're about to, like, seriously make some arachnophobes. I think that we're putting ourselves kind of in a dangerous situation right now, and by we, I mean me. Red gem. Did we get another red gem just now? Or is that the same one we have from before? I don't know. Can't really eat that just yet. Seeing as we done filled up, I may just grab a couple more of these. I think we need a bunch of reeds so that we can make papyrus for something, and I can't remember what needs papyrus, but something needs papyrus. Not the font. Nothing needs papyrus the font. Papyrus the font is the worst. Papyrus is what, like, old GeoCities accounts used to make their websites out of. I know, because I was a kid when GeoCities was, like, in its heyday, and I had a super awesome website that still existed until they took down GeoCities. I used to go back to it every now and again for nostalgia. And honestly, nowadays, my GeoCities page, it was for punk rock bands in the 90s. Nowadays, I have some vintage pictures on there and stuff like you can't get anymore. Like, they don't exist. The photographers that own those pictures and whatnot, they've taken down their websites and, like, quit and things of that nature. And so anyways, had some cool stuff on there. Had some really old cool, like, pictures of Goldfinger and some Pennywise pictures and things like that that you can't get from anywhere else anymore. I like how close that island is to our island. If we ever have to make like a paper run, just in case we got to get that paper, to quote Gorilla Zoe. Oh, look at that. We got a dragon fruit. Cool. That's really good because I'm about to show you like one of the best recipes ever. Still, I need to dump off some stuff over here. So let's have a look. I'm going to drop off gold coins. I'm going to keep the spyglass wimmy. Oh, I did get another one. Look at that. I'm going to keep the hat inside of there. The bone shards will also be very useful later on. We're going to need those to make snakeskin jackets, I think, so that we don't have to worry any longer about the rain. And so once we make a snakeskin jacket and some snakeskin hats and some other random stuff, that'll be pretty sweet. For right now, oof, our health is... What happens if I just put 4 seaweed in here? I think 3 seaweed and a monster meat gives you meatballs, I think. And then with dragon fruit, the recipe you want to know is going to be right here. So you put that in there, and then you put it in with some sticks, And that should give us a dragon fruit pie out if my memory is serving me at all. Now my memory is not known. Oh, you get ratatouille out. That's pretty sweet. I like ratatouille. Some people don't like ratatouille. I like ratatouille. I like the film too. The film is really, really cool. The film is actually sort of, I don't know. I like that film almost entirely because of like the closing line when the critic is talking about how easy his job is. Because that's for realsies. Like, I sit every single week and cast judgments on video games that I'm playing, and it's so easy. Like, seriously, I risk nothing. Just like he said, a critic doesn't risk anything by putting their opinion out there. Like, essentially, it's the lazy man's way of just mooching off somebody else's. There it is, dragon fruit pie. Dragon fruit pie is the stuff. It fills up like an entire hunger meter. It gives you a ton of health. It's really nice to have around. It's a pretty sweet piece of loot. If you haven't used it, I would recommend. That's kind of weird that they grilled watermelon. Like, is that even a thing? I don't think I've ever seen somebody grill watermelon before. Just seems like an odd thing to grill. I gotta take these plants and I gotta plant them over there too once the morning comes around. We're starting to get to the point where, unfortunately, the days are getting very, very long. So, I'll throw a couple logs in there. I need to let something rot. Is that bird sleeping right now? Holy shit, I don't think I've ever seen the bird do that before. Huh. Well, his morsel's now my morsel. Yeah, I don't think this'll make meatballs. I think you gotta use the monster meat. If we get meatballs out, fantastic. Like, when I was streaming this the other day, I had a backpack full of, like, 20 meatballs, and we just never did anything. It was, like, the best, and I do, in real life, I love meatballs. Meatballs are hella good. If you've never had meatballs before, it's hamburger meat, and you roll it up into a ball, and then you have different marinades and, like, sauces. Oh, look at that. It did work. You have different marinades and sauces. You roll the meatballs in them after you cook them a little bit. Then you put them back inside the oven for a while. And oh my god, they get all crispy on the outside and all crispity crunchity. And then like the rotisserie or like the marinade or whatever it is that you put on it, it makes like that glaze. Oh, you can do it in like layers. It's so good. It is so good. It is mind-bogglingly delicious. If you have never partaken before, you're missing out. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick right now, but gotta get on that, man. Gotta get on that, or madam. I'm actually gonna heal myself. I'm a little bit messed up. Actually, I could have. Damn it. Balls. I think I had the stuff that I needed in order to make a bandage. Now that I'm looking at it. I think I just screwed up. A silly monkey ball. Ah, winter's officially here. Yeah. I had the stuff to make a healing salve and I did something stupid. That was dumb of me. Alright, well, since I'm out here doing dumb shit anyways, let's go ahead and make our first spear. I'm also going to recommend that you poison it, but since we only have one gland, I'm going to leave it alone for right now. The next thing that I'm going to focus on doing is creating a log suit, I think. Although, actually, I could make the seashell suit, and that would work, too. The seashell suit is actually better. So I may prototype the log suit now, and then make the seashell suit, just so I have both of them researched, so that we're making some kind of advancement. But the seashell suit, if I remember right, is pretty damn good by comparison to the log suit. So, where's my log suit at? Oh, it's right there. Alright, so we'll throw these inside the chests. Looks like we're just about out of space, though. I mean, we're running out. Luckily, you can just dump stuff wherever, and it's not that big of a deal as long as you've got yourself covered for fire, flood, and other problems. I'd like to keep my food inside of here. I'm going to eat the fruit medley real fast because it's going to go bad by the time I'm hungry enough to actually eat it. And eat it! I got a Weird Al moment in me right there. Weird Al moment. I don't think I'm going to need a shovel either. So it might be cool to ditch the shovel over here. I do think that I'm going to need a hammer. Because while we're out, there's a few things left that I want to accomplish. Where'd I leave my hammer at? There we go. Perfect. Alright, so I got the hammer. I'm doing the Donkey Kong thing. We're going to swing out to the north. We're going to start contesting with short days now, too, which I think is going to be... It's a problem. It's not like a huge problem that I'm going to like lose my mind over, but it's still a problem. I'd like to go up. We're going to go up to this monkey island over here so that we can fight with some spiders for a while. We're going to try and see how much silk we can get out. If I could get a stack of maybe just 10 10 to 15 silk would be perfect. Now, as with all things, this is going to be a combat mission, or I'm sorry, as with all combat missions, this is not going to be like a guaranteed outcome. It's just kind of like a thing you got to hope for. And if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But if we can get this to work, and we can bring back a bunch of monster meat with us too, that'll be the second part. I think I can fertilize crops with rotten eggs. I don't remember, though. We'll have to try in just a minute. I'm going to bring them with me just in case. Alright, so where are my spiders at? They're kind of on that side of the island. What I'd like to do here is I'd like to, if we can get some monster meat, we can start mass producing meatballs. And that'll be really, really good for us. It'll allow us to have a backpack full of stuff. I am going to need a shovel. Shit. I hate it when I say I'm not going to need something, and then once I get there, it turns out that I actually need it. I would probably need an axe to chop down this particular object. It sounds like somebody's fighting up north. That's perfectly fine by me. Any killing that I don't have to do is perfect for me. I'd also like to make the super monkey ball. I've never made that particular object, and so I'd like to see what it does. See what it do. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. People always like post that like it's nonsensical, but I know exactly what he's saying. I don't know. All he's saying is that like they don't think it is like it is, but it is. Seems like a pretty easy statement. Oh, snake, why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta do me like that, snake? I was about to have loot. I was about to have success. My life was about to be insured, and you ruined it. Now, that's all that I really needed to do right there. Oh, they left? Shit. I need them to be hostile. Wow, there are a lot of spiders coming out right now. Yeah, whatever. It's all good. Hey, that was my gland, you little bastard. No, 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 no. I hope they can't pick up backpacks, because if they could pick up backpacks, this is about to get really, really rowdy. With spiders, the best way to fight them is going to be kind of just... Ugh. So many monkeys around. Too many monkeys around. Cannot get the job done with this many monkeys in the vicinity. Sans backpack, this is going to be rough too. I got to get a fire started. But I needed to kill off some monkeys. Made the dragon fruit pie because our health's a little bit meh. Some satisfactory. It's not where I want it to be. And then actually, the way that I personally would do this... I don't know if that works on all of them, though. Oof. They shouldn't be dealing much damage here. God, the hitboxes are so generous for their shit. Most generous hitbox ever. I gotta light some shit on fire here. Otherwise, we ain't gonna make it, dog. Come on. Wow, how are they still... Did they get buffed? Like, oh my god, how are they still throwing shit at me? Usually they run out after a couple. Alright, let me burn some more shit up here real fast. The only thing we're looking for right now... Luckily, they don't do much damage, so you don't have to worry about it that much. But I gotta get some Gotta get some sanity back. It's my only hope. It's gonna take a bit. Unfortunately, there were a lot more monkeys than I thought there were gonna be. And so that got out of hand very, very quickly. A little bit of that. If I can kill a couple more of them, that'd be perfectly fine. Like, for real, I just don't want them around me. Yep, keep throwing shit. You ain't that talented. Oh, Jesus. Alright. So now we got other issues to deal with. Stay out of the way of that critter. Because he is every bit as fun as he looks. Yeah, exactly. I think I just got hit by Dookie, so it doesn't matter. Come on. Just gotta make it till morning. It's gonna be okay. Haven't even put on my seashell suit yet. Alright, so now what we gotta accomplish. Flower picking. We also need to keep ourselves rocking as far as our sanity ticking upwards goes. They're going to follow us for a little ways. That's alright. I'm going to make a garland out of this stuff. I didn't bring my top hat with me. Otherwise, I just slap that bad boy on and we're good to go. We actually didn't take that much damage right there. What, you guys going to throw more shit at me? I bet you won't, punk. Good. Now we're in a better state. I think I need 12 of these. Ugh. There we go. That'll help out a little bit more. That'll keep us moving for right now. I do need that monster meat, by the way. That monster meat is going to be very, very useful to me. So let's grab that. Next thing we needed to do is we needed to throw on our seashell suit. Throw on our spear here. Oh, those juking skills. Those juking skills. Yeah, I think they might have changed the monkeys and made their dookie last longer. I think they have a lot more dookie ammo now. They used to throw like one and then they would just stop. Now they throw 3 or 4 before you get done dealing with them. I got a 6 stack of dookie on me right now. Oh, look at that. It flies out into the ocean. Alright. We got nailed by 1 or 2, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to go ahead and help out my health situation here. Much better. At least they can't mess with my backpack on the plus side there. So, spiders, where are you at? I'm also going to let these flowers rot, by the way. That was my next goal, is that... Did she just start a fire? Alright. I guess she randomly starts fires when she's stressed. Hey, come here, spiders. I don't want to fight all of you. I just want to fight some of you. Preferably away from monkeys, if I can help it. Gotta get those hits off. Now, the nice thing about spiders is that they can be stun locked. So you can just keep hitting them. That's a level 3 hive, so we need to be careful about it. That spider web can spawn warrior spiders on us. And warrior spiders are an issue. You don't want to mess with warrior spiders unless you've got yourself a lot of anti-venoms. If you got enough anti-venoms, uncle venoms, cousin venoms, whatever, you'll be good. You'll be covered. You can fight with them. However, you can also make a suit that makes you immune to it as well, if you wanted to go that route. However, for right now, all I really need... Come on, spiders. I can use just about anything they can give me, in all honesty. There we go. Never fight top to bottom in this game. The perspective's weird and you're gonna get hit on accident a lot. Oh man, I didn't want to drop. I said to heal. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Damn it, monkey. See, and now you're dead. I didn't want to kill you. You made me do it. Why won't you plant this or drop it while I'm clicking on my screen? Thank you. God. There are times that the controls in this game drive me nuts. I'm sitting here spamming right click trying to drop that bamboo rod and it's not dropping. I'm like, do it! Do it right now! Do it right now or I will lose my shit. Alright, let's jump back into our rowboat here. We're gonna go back home. And we'll grab that. We've got a little bit of food left. It's gonna be okay though. I gotta gather up some seaweed though. Otherwise, we are not going to make positive strides. It looks like it's all about to go bad, and I need my meatballs to be in pristine condition. We've yet to find any gears, which is really, really unfortunate. I was hoping by now we would have located at least a couple of them. However, it has not worked like that. I just need these to be back, like, back in the green zone. What's that noise? You guys hear that? Someone was like, I don't know, it was like some kind of weird ass noise. Definitely start. Yeah, I still hear it. I don't know what that was. It's making a noise though. It's off to the right somewhere. There we go. We got it fixed up. Now we just got to go back to shore. Oh, it's sea sharks. Okay. It's not horrible. It's not good either, but I've got a cannon. I can deal with them. Oh, man, we're back down to stale again. Well, back to base we go. I can solve this, though. We're just going to cook it all up, and hopefully it works the way we want it to. So tonight, we are going to spend our time making the meatballs. Winter is officially here, so we're going to want to hang out underneath like our random cover in order to make sure we don't get wet all the time. Put that in there. We got to cook all this stuff before it goes bad. I know this feeling exactly. I used to have this like at the end of every month when I was a college student. You have like this desperate moment where you got to convert everything into like... You can't cook hail anymore, I don't think. I think they fixed that in the last patch. You used to be able to cook hail, use it as a filler food. Now you can't. However, you can still eat it like straight out of hand and it's not that big of a deal. Got a lot of meatballs to cook here and not a lot of seaweed to go with. So let's go ahead and get you started. We got you in there. This should allow us to make use of a lot of this seaweed before it goes bad. And then the rest of it we're going to focus on making a pirate hat, which I think is in the nautical. It might be... Let's see here. Captain's hat, pirate hat. So I need a bone fragment. I need... Oh, that's actually pretty easy to make. That's not that bad. Okay. That's good. We can make that without too many issues. I mean, we can make it with issues, too. I mean, I have issues. And since I have issues, we can put them to good use right now if you really, really, really want to. It is possible. It's your call, though. It's your call, though. I would never judge you. You know. I try to keep this like a judgment-free zone at the Nerd Castle. Oh yeah, you can fertilize using that. Well, that'll be useful. Still trying to recover a little bit of sanity, too, after we got pegged with Dookie in the face for 45 minutes. I'm going to take those petals, too, because I'm going to use them as fertilizer for all the stuff up there. Now then. We need a rope. And once we have a rope, we should... Oh, I need a bone shard. Hold on. Bone shard is ready. I can condense those stacks, and that goes over there. These are all about to rot anyways. That's perfectly fine by me, because that's what I want them to do. The dark petals, I don't know what I'm going to use those for. I still got to sort that out in my head. God, we are getting soaked right now, aren't we? Usually it's pretty easy to get dry, though. Sanity's definitely going to be an issue long term, I think. However, where are my bone shards at? I'm trying to stay on task right now. I have the tendency to get flustered when I play this game. Get flustered and irritated by random things. Let's see here. We needed to go in on a pirate hat. Alright, so now that we got the pirate hat, I'm just going to put that inside of a crate. with the pirate hat taken care of, let me keep the fire up and running here. It looks like we got a pomegranate, which is actually among one of my favorite things. That's going to be pretty cool. I've also got the bug where my frame rate dies. Good, I'll be back. Actually, no, it's the end of the episode. We're pretty close anyways. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here. I'm going to reset my game, and we're going to start back up with the next episode tomorrow. I'll see y'all later, everybody. Hi-do.